Aloha, folks, and welcome to episode 4 of the Buddy Check. We were on deck to bring you value-added certifications and PADI Club overview webinar this week, but instead our friends in Region 2, which is the West Coast of the U.S., did a great webinar on PADI adventures and other PADI travel benefits available to you as a dive center and resort. So what we wanted to do is bring you that content. They did bring in Kaylee from our PADI travel team as a subject matter expert, answering all the questions that I'm sure you're wondering, not only about the Adventures app, but other ways to get involved with PADI travel as well. So what we want to do is go ahead and kick this off. It'll be a recording of that webinar delivered last week. And of course, if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to myself or Rob directly, and we'll be happy to answer those for you. So without further ado, PADI Adventures.
Welcome to the presentation, everybody. We're going to be going over the PADI Travel affiliate program. We're going to be talking about the post-COVID reopening and connecting with more divers and generating more bookings. So sit back, relax, and let's pass it over to Bill here.
Yep. So good morning, everybody. And as Rob mentioned, that we are here to help you kind of navigate the PADI travel process, and a lot of you know it already, and you know both Robin and myself, and we're going to kind of click off here in a second and turn it over to Kaylee. But yeah, so there's Kaylee. So and she's going to kind of lead most of this charge, and we take it from there. So Kaylee's been with PADI Travel for how long now, Kaylee?
Basically since we were in the DVAC days, so about 2 or 3 years with PADI Travel, and then a couple years with DVAC.
Okay, there you go.
4 or 5.
So what we're going to talk about, first of all, is give you a little more background on PADI Travel. We launched this new PADI Travel program in beginning of 2018, as you all know, and it had it's got an interesting start, and they've come a long way since then, and I am extremely comfortable with all the tools and benefits that they have to offer for dive centers for growing your travel business. So they do a tremendous job now, and you're going to see a few of those as Kaylee walks through it, so which is really kind of neat. So right now there's 3 solutions to get your customers in the water, so we'll talk about all 3 of those. Kaylee will review those. From a group travel, individual travel, and now with this adventure app that we're getting ready to launch. We also, as you all know, PADI Travel's put out this COVID-19 dive map, which shows the current state of operations for dive centers globally, PADI dive centers. So we'll talk about that. Once again, give you an introduction to the PADI Adventures app and how that works, which is pretty cool. Also talk about the opportunities to save any kind of commission dollars. And then she's going to give you a demo of the PADI Travel affiliate tools and walk you through quickly through how to post a group trip if you're interested in doing that, how to manage savings there, how to take advantage of the individual travel opportunities, and of course the Adventures app. So take it away, Kaylee, and we'll go from there. Bye, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. So my name is Kaylee from PADI Travel. I'm so excited to be invited by Bill and Rob to present some of the new tools for dive shop owners and managers. So thank you so much for having me. For those that don't know, PADI Travel offers the affiliate program to support your local dive shop's travel business. We're committed to helping you grow your dive center community. This means that helping you bring in new customers, and we're making it easier to manage your existing customers' travel plans. We have simple tools to help you earn easy commissions and provide better service to your customers. It's completely free to sign up, and it takes 2 minutes to register if you haven't already done so. On top of Bill and Rob here, you have a whole team with PADI Travel that can help you. So make sure you put us to work. I mean, we're here for you. We offer generous commissions within the industry and quick tools for both in-person and online marketing. And last but not least, I genuinely care about your group trips and about helping you as the member. I and my team want you to reach your travel goals for this tricky year and for many years to come. We want you to be in business, and we want you to feel free to come to us directly with any questions or issues you have. Let's build a friendship together. Let's build a relationship. For those that aren't familiar with us or who don't know me, we're on your team, and we'd love to help. So as Bill mentioned, we offer 3 main solutions to help you with your business. The first way is you're probably already familiar with, and that's helping you organize group trips. When you organize your group trip through PADI Travel, you not only still earn commissions and free spaces, you also gain in-depth knowledge and support of our team who can help you navigate through over 800 and counting options that we currently have. We have basically long-term relationships with resorts and liveaboards around the world to secure the best rates. So you can promote your group trip and be confident that you're offering the best prices available. Along with all of this for group trips, we also offer the marketplace, and this is going to help you resell your group trips on a global scale and in a global market, which has never been done before in the industry. And you can see that directly on our website. I can show you that in a little bit.
Hey,
In terms of,
hey,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Bill. So, and folks, the marketplace is, just so you know, I want to reinforce what Kaylee said, because it is really a cool tool. If you need 1 or 2 or 3 spots filled on a group trip you may have already put together and promoting, and you can't seem to fill it, posting your trip on the marketplace is a really good way to get those extra individuals to sign up. And they may come from, it could come from anywhere across the U.S. or Canada or something like that, but at least you're getting the opportunity to fill those spaces, to take advantage of all the free spots and stuff like that you would get by filling everything up. So it's really cool. I think last count that I had, I just forwarded the link to a store. There were like 50 group trips posted on there or something like that. Is that about right, Kaylee? Something like that?
Yeah, there was quite a few before Corona, and it doesn't cost really that much, so it's a pretty cool tool.
Yeah, no, she said she'll show it to you. But once again, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to reinforce that because it's really a kind of an interesting way to help promote your group trips. So, sorry about
no, feel free to cut in. Feel free to cut in anytime. We can keep this casual. But basically, yeah, we can also help you with your individuals or your onesies and twosies, which you can easily earn commissions by referring those customers to PADI Travel when they book their international trip on our website. And so you can retain as much or as little control over the individual as you want. If you obviously have 4 people going to the Galapagos, you can have much more control and earn more commission from helping them book themselves. Or, if they're going to Thailand and you haven't been there before, you can easily refer that customer to us, and we can use our expertise to help you get them booked. So it's pretty cool. We also, in line with that, we have a full tracking program in place that can help you with transparency. So you can see what's become of the customers that you've sent through us, and hopefully that will build a lot of trust between us as well. Finally,
hey Kaylee,
yeah,
sorry, it's me again. It's Bill.
Hi.
So another reinforcement of the individual travel. I think that's really where there's a huge opportunity for dive centers that are booking travel or having a hard time booking travel to help with the FIT. I call it FIT travel, Free Independent Traveler Group. So PADI Travel does a tremendous job of booking a trip for you for that individual person. You don't have to spend a lot of time in the store chasing that information down. And they send follow-up emails to the customer on your behalf to try to drive them back into the store to buy equipment for the trip or get their gear updated or take a refresher class or something like that. So this is really one of the coolest tools I think that PADI Travel has. If you're not using the services already, it's something you should jump on and take a look at. Okay, sorry, Kaylee.
No, that's okay. I mean, how often do you get hung up on a 45-minute conversation about, all the little dive sites in Cozumel? Feel free to pass that on to us and outsource it so you have more time to deal with some other customers that are in your shop and, getting ready to buy some other things. So yeah, that's where we can help out the most. And I'm going to show you, a little demonstration of all of the tools that you can utilize for both the group trips and the individuals. Now, it's really important to notice that the groups and the individuals are for international travel, which nobody is probably going to do for the next maybe month or so. We are booking more and more travel packages for September and October, so that's a really positive outlook. But what I really do want to talk about today is the PADI Adventure app, which is specifically for your local dive program. So I just want to make that distinction now. You know, we know basically people are dying to get out of their houses this summer. There's definitely going to be a bounce back that we can collectively experience this summer. You know, most people are going to want to do something and are going to want to look for things that are local, safe, and active that are near them. There are thousands of occasional divers in your area that maybe are not in your database and don't know about your business. You know, I don't know about you, but every time I go out with my PADI hat or my PADI t-shirt, you know, most people are like, oh, I know PADI. I got certified with them years ago in the Bahamas and I haven't been diving since. And I always ask them, well, why not? It's a beautiful world down there. You know, and that's why we built this app, you know, in part to address the issue of how can we make it easy to get these people back in the water? And furthermore, how can we get them to go diving with you, the dive shop owner, the member?
Can I jump in here real quick here, Kelly?
Yeah,
if you don't
sure.
mind? So on that last point, one thing that I do want to point out is that millennials are one of the fastest growing populations of diving right now in terms of customer support. And so apps like this really speak to them. And I'm not just quoting that from statistics and reports I've done. I'm an actual millennial, and I use app-based applications like this all the time to figure out what kinds of activities are available to me, what I want to go do, how I want to interact with dive businesses here. So this is a great opportunity to use an application like this to tap in on a market that you may not be hitting to its full capacity.
Yeah, perfect. I think that Rob, you've hit the nose on the head, basically. One of the challenges of going diving when you only dive occasionally is getting the information you want and need to go diving. You know, many dive shops promote their courses and their group trip schedules on their website, but they often don't list their local fun dives. You know, so if you're not a frequent diver or you're not involved in your local dive community, it can be really hard to determine where to go, when to go, what's available, how much it costs, you know, what are all the subsequent costs for gear and things like that. And to figure this out, the diver must often have to scour websites, call around for the information. And, you know, while dedicated divers are inclined to do this, you know, occasional divers, they just might decide to do something that's a little bit easier to arrange. You know, go rent a bike and go, you know, cruise around if that's what they wanted to do. So, you know, PADI Adventures is about making it easier for divers to go diving. So let's step into the diver's shoes for a moment. So this is an app that's free for the diver. It shows the diver all of the diving courses and dive center choices that are available locally and helps divers discover their local diving, which is displaying each dive center's activity schedule, dive details, training info, and prices needed to book online. So the intuitive app knows the diver's dive experience, equipment sizes, and preferred methods of payment for future use. And most importantly, it enables the diver to complete the entire booking process, including the full online payment on the app in 3 easy clicks. So it's pretty cool. Anybody want to jump in? No?
No, you're good.
Okay. The PADI Adventures app basically helps you access a new group of occasional divers, as Rob mentioned before. So with the app, it enables you to show your products live on the app, plus get exposure to the PADI Travel website and other channels. PADI's really committed to marketing this to, you know, PADI customers around the world, and there's talks of, you know, marketing it through other channels as well to get more visibility on the app. You can also benefit from real-time push notifications, which will promote the local diving opportunities. So push notifications means that we can inform people based on their location. So if they, you know, are doing a road trip and they go through Northern California, it'll say, you know, welcome to Northern California, you know, check out the amazing harbor dives that are near you this weekend. Or, you know, hey, this is your local dive shop. They've just uploaded a night dive for this weekend. Why don't you get on it as well? So those push notifications are really crucial and integral to get them, you know, constantly thinking about coming back to the ocean. So plus with the PADI Adventures, you know, you can also benefit through a referral program, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit as well. So again, the main benefits to you, you can accept customers 24/7. When you're closed at night, anybody can use the app and book a dive for the next day, which will work best if you enable the instant confirmation. But of course, you can have as much or as little control over that as you'd like. You set, you know, when they're able to book until and what all the terms are. So you can also get access to the incredible push notifications, and when a diver downloads the app and enables the push notifications, we can keep them up to date with everything that's going on in their area. And you're going to get access to new divers. So these are new customers. You can cross-sell on additional courses. You can get them on a full set of gear. You can get them on your group trips in the future. I mean, there's endless possibility from that one person using the app. You know, we know they're going to go with you, and we know that they're going to have the best time ever, that they'll become your loyal customer. And it's really an opportunity to build your dive community even larger. So we get those new divers in the water, and we keep passionate divers in the water. And funny enough, this is actually PADI's ultimate mission of having 1 billion torchbearers around the world for ocean advocacy. So, you know, we want to get all of those occasional divers that people who haven't been diving. We want to get them refreshed, and we want to get them really excited about what's local to them. So before we go any further, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the commission structure for specifically the adventures section of it. So again, our objective is to bring you new customers. Therefore, we only charge you a commission on the standard bookings. So if a new diver comes and books with you, so somebody that's never been diving with you before, they found out about you on the app, they show up with a voucher, that is a 20% booking fee, which is comprised of 4.9% service charge, which essentially is just you know, bank fees and credit card fees, so there's no cost, and then a 15.1% commission on their first dive that they book through the app. So now if they book a course with you, it's sort of the same thing, where it's a 4.9% service charge, but only a 5.1% commission. That's because we know that there's not a lot of margins after course materials and all of that. Now, if that same diver books again with you within the next 14 days, we're not going to charge them any commission on any further courses or anything that they book through the app with you over the next 2 weeks. And of course, we're not keeping track of, you know, how much they're spending in the shop as well as on the app. So there's only the 4.9% service fee if they decide to book with you for another dive on the following day. You can also take the payment directly in the shop as well. It's just if they want the convenience of booking through the app again. Now, finally, if you have your own diver who books with you, we're obviously not going to charge you a commission on your own diver. And so again, it's only a 4.9% service fee. The main idea of getting your own diver to book with you is that there is a nice little referral commission as well, which I'll talk about. So going along with the, you know, the stimulus that we're getting here in America, we want to offer a stimulus package. So the app is all ready to go. You can download it right now on the App Store or on Google Play. What we're really missing is the inventory online. So we're creating the stimulus measure, whereas if you list one fun dive and one course, so an advanced open water or an open water course by June 9th, 2020, then you won't have to pay any commission for the remainder of 2020. So it'll only be the 4.9% service fee, which is just bank transfer fees and credit card fees. This is really cool because you can test it out in your area and you can see what works for you, how many divers you're getting off of the app, you know, how much they're actually spending while they're in your shop as well. And you can do a really good analysis if you're using this, you know, properly throughout the summer, and it's not going to cost you anything. So I highly recommend. June 9th is the launch date, and you guys are the very first region that's going to be launched, which is California, Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii, Florida, and then a couple of countries in Europe as well as the first launch. And then they're going to launch in waves as well. So this means marketing in your area. This is free marketing for you guys. So make sure that you're on the app and you have one fun dive, and one course listed by the launch date, so you don't have to pay any commission for the remainder of the year. I know there's probably a few questions about this, but let me just finish the end of the, yeah.
Hey, Kaylee, so once again, just to circle back around on that. So if one of the California operators who may be on this call posts a local dive trip, either a shore dive or a boat dive, if they own a boat, they could just post that on there as an example. And then once again, for a course perspective, maybe I don't necessarily think, maybe you know, Rob, I don't know how you feel about this, but maybe wave away from the open water and post a Con Ed course or like Enriched Air or something like that on there just to get people hooked up with that. So, and then start simple and then see where it grows from there. Is that kind of like a good strategy, Rob?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd recommend. Is that don't put your open water diver course on there. Let's be honest. We all keep margins relatively low on those so that we can lower that barrier to entry of scuba diving and get people in. Put courses that you've got better margins on, and don't be afraid to raise the price for them when they're posted on this app, so you can maintain some of those margins. So you can, I mean, that's a convenience fee. They can come into the store, make the time to drive in and see you and talk to you and get a better price by coming to the store and talking to a real person, or they can book off the app and pay a little bit more. So I put things like Enriched Air, your equipment specialist, project aware courses, things like that, that you've got a little more wiggle room on anyway.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, no, this is mostly for the key courses. I would say your advanced, and it is being marketed to PADI divers. So you definitely want to put I think your advanced open water is pretty good, but think about it this way though. Say you have 5 people that booked off the app and 3 of them booked just a night dive with you. That was $50-$60. So yeah, that goes $10 off the top of each of those goes to PADI. And say you book 1 or 2 of the PADI courses. But say there's 5 new divers essentially that's coming to your dive shop, and the total amount that you owe PADI off of this would be $200, let's say, for example, as a low ball margin. Now let's say that only one of those customers goes on to buy a full set of gear with you in the shop, or even goes on to book a group trip with you. That in itself is more profit on the back end. So this is more of like a finder's fee, I would call it. This little bit of commission, because there's the potential to make a lot more money with these customers once they're already in your shop and they've already had a really good time with you on the dive. So we're just finding these new customers for you. We're bringing them to you. You guys are converting them to your customers, and you have the opportunity to profit from them, for many years to come, basically.
Again, start small here. So don't jump in and put all of your kind of courses on there. Pick 1 or 2 to try this out, and a couple dive events on there, so that you can get a feel for it and see how it works for your dive center before moving on.
I completely agree with that. So, yep. And Rob, once again, after this call, if you want to contact Rob or myself or Kaylee, we can help walk you through that. And she's going to do some screen grabs here and show you how that gets hooked up here in a second anyway. So, and go from there. So, okay.
Yeah. So how do we know a diver is your diver? As I was mentioning before, we're not going to charge you any commission on your own diver. We know a customer is your diver if they get turned onto the app from you. So if there's a QR code in your shop and you say, hey, there's a new PADI Adventure app and you can go and book fun diving around the world, basically, and they use the QR code, or if you put it onto a newsletter with a link, or if we could put it onto a flyer for you and you can give it out in the shop or you can give it out online. If they get turned onto the app that way, then that now is your customer. So your customer does not pay a commission when they book through your dive shop. And it's also really interesting to note that if your diver that you've turned on to the app goes and dives anywhere else, and I don't mean just in your area, I mean they can go to an Airbnb and then they can book some local dives, or they can go on a road trip and book local dives, or if they can go state to state and book different dives, you'll get a 5% referral commission for anything that diver books within the next year. So it's a pretty nice little kickback there as well. So you have the opportunity to profit off of these divers when they're doing their own, fun dives and day trips and things like that in the future. So I think that's
hey Kaylee. So on this one, I think this is cool. So this would once this thing catches on and we start really pushing it out and getting diving consumers to load the app on their mobile devices and stuff like this, this would be a good opportunity for the stores to push this out to their existing customer base. So when their customers do travel to different parts of California and maybe start booking trips, a local trip maybe up in Monterey as an example or something like that, that the local store here gets a referral commission as an example, right? So that would be good to make sure once again that you've got basically a lasso around all your customers and they are loading this thing on their mobile apps or mobile devices. Correct, Kaylee? Was that kind of confirm what you just?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. So we have the Corona dive map as well, and this is going to be fundamental to your dive shop's bounce back success. And so this is how divers will know that you are open. And it's also really fun for divers to play around with it as well. So you can send this to your divers. It's very friendly, diver friendly, and they can poke around and see what dive shops are in what areas and what restrictions that they have. So you can easily populate this for your own shop specifically, which is what we're going to ask you to do today. And basically, you can see all of the little green here. And so if you see green over here, you can see green over there, then the travel restrictions are lessening, and that'll be a good indicator of where you're going to be going diving in the future. So we'd like to ask all of you to populate that map as well. We have a lot in Atlanta and Florida and Georgia that have populated the map, but we don't have a lot on the West Coast. So please email Bill or Rob if you have not received your individual link. Alternatively, you can copy this link here, and then this =sign equals your shop number. So if your shop is 786, you would just remove that and put 786 there.
Yeah, so I sent a couple of emails Rob and I have, to each shop about with the generic link on there, so you can go ahead and populate it. But if you need a specific link, like I said, for your store, and some of you already done it, which is great, as Kaylee mentioned, but we need there's some additional opportunities for the state of California, state of Washington, and a couple other states on the West Coast. Let me know or let Rob know, and we'll send you a specific link like the one on the page on the screen right now with your store number already populated, and you just have to click on it. There's 2 forms that you need to complete, and the first one is just an update on your business contact information with a phone number, address, even your latitude and longitude, which should be pre-populated, but you can double check it. And then the second form is the operational status, and there's I think 5 or 6 fields that you need to complete. So both forms take a total of 2 minutes, and it will help, as Kaylee mentioned, populate that map. So if you don't have the link, if you haven't seen it before, let us know and we'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, a couple tips for success here. Complete the COVID dive map as quickly as possible. So we're telling most people to add between 5 and 8 listings for the PADI adventures, and that's open water, night dive, weekend trip, fun dive. If you don't have 5 to 8, that's fine. I would at least add 1 or 2 so you can get the stimulus by the launch date, and you can also get free marketing from when this does launch. Always start with your fun diving. This app is primarily for occasional divers who will be looking to dive, so they will be looking for more of the fun dives, and this is your opportunity to potentially grow your local diving as well. Add the core courses, adding IDC or Dive Master. Most people are not going to book that off of an app. So add DSDs, refresher courses, nitrox course, advanced open water. Specialties are getting a little bit more niche as well. So you can add them and see how they work. If they work for you, then that's great. And if not, you can easily remove them as well. And you can add your e-learning to the product title if it's an e-learning course. So if you're doing a nitrox course, you can do enriched air e-learning. So yeah, so you can get started really easily. If you're not already an affiliate, sign up to be an affiliate, and I'm going to show you how that all looks now. But copy the link down, affiliates.padi.com. There's frequently asked questions about adventures. If you want some help to set up your first adventure or your first listing, we can do a 15-minute one-on-one consultation with me or with any of my team. Again, we're always happy to help you, so feel free to contact us. We'll work at your times. We're here 24/7 for you with a Dive Pro on hand, with a PADI Dive Pro. We also have videos, so we have 2-minute videos that'll teach you step-by-step how to go through everything. So if you're that type of person that loves to do everything on your own, we have these little 2-minute videos that can walk you through how to do each step of the process. So there's something for everybody. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please get in touch with us. I'd love to open up a dialogue. We can get started on that. and I can show you why you'd want to be on the platform, and we can talk about it, and I'm happy to answer all of your questions. Do we have any questions about the adventures at this time? Actually, it's probably a good little breaking point.
I think we're good. I don't see any questions listed at this point, Kaylee, so you can continue.
Oh, that's easy. Did we give them anybody the option to put
Yeah, there's the
Okay.
there's on the question bar they can type in questions. Nothing yet.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to demo this a little bit for you in terms of the PADI Travel affiliate portal. So what I did was I went to affiliates.padi.com as I went to before, and this will pull up a dashboard here for me. You have the ability to update your Dive Center profile. You can add in, some business information and payment details, so PayPal or bank transfer details. You can set that all up in there. So I highly recommend that you do that. You can set up your logo, and that will be on a lot of the print materials as well. So we wanted to make this dashboard, the affiliate portal, as simple as possible, because we know, in the heat of the moment, when you have a customer in front of you, you may only have 1 or 2 minutes to pull your eyes away from them and do something else. So we wanted to make it really easy for you. So I already mentioned that there was 3 solutions, and each solution corresponds to one of these boxes here. And that is basically everything that you need to know. So for individuals, for the onesies and twosies, if you have somebody coming to you and they're looking for, Iceland or Thailand or somewhere that you haven't been personally, and you kind of don't want to answer all the questions, be like, you know what? I have this amazing person over at PADI Travel. They're more than happy to help you with this inquiry. Let me get a couple of your details, and I'm going to pass your inquiry on to them. They're there for you 24/7, and they can help you book this. So you enter in their first name and their last name and their email and their phone number, and then any more information that you have about them. So if they only want email only, or call after 5 p.m., or really wants a party atmosphere, you can put all of those details in there, and we can help them navigate through 800 different options and help them find something. For sending us a lead, if they make a booking, so essentially you've sent us only the lead, we've had to convert them ourselves and make a booking from that, that'll earn you a 5% commission on their booking. So anything that they book that's an international trip as an individual will earn you 5%. Now, if they come to you and they know exactly what they want, I want to go to Buddies, I want to go to on Christmas Day, I want to go on Thanksgiving, I know exactly which dates I want, I know which cabin I want the 1 bedroom. That is all of that additional information will earn you a 10% commission. So essentially you've done the sale for us. So just going back here, if you ever get confused, you can go to Travel Leads up here and you can see the benefits. So here's the types of commissions that you can earn. There's 5% for a lead. So if you're sending us a lead and this is the information that you're sending us, and then to earn the 10% commission, you have a little bit more control over it as well. If you want, you can come and talk to me at a later point in time. We can talk about some more of the advanced options here. But essentially, you can also click on the PADI Travel logo, and you can book something for your customer while you're logged in. So if you want to help them go through the different options or the different boats in the Galapagos, you guys can do that together. And if you make a booking for them while you're logged in, that'll also earn you 10% commission. So you've made the sale for them. So again, you can have as much or as little control over that customer as you want. And all of the benefits are in here. So if you want to read up a little bit more about the benefits, you can come here and see that. And as I mentioned to you before, when you send us a customer, we want to be really transparent with you. So we've generated all of the reports that you need in terms of the commission reports, how many visitors have been using your links to go onto the sites, who's made a booking with us, where they're going, which date they're going on, so that way you can add in an additional service of giving that customer a call and saying, hey, I saw you book a trip to the Maldives with PADI Travel. How was your experience? What are you going to need for the Maldives? We have these new masks in stock and they never fog, and you should come and check us out again as well. So you have the ability to add in that extra layer of service that we cannot get to. And then you can also see the payout report as well. So, you know, how much money you're making from which customer and when you're going to be paid out on that. So that's all good, and I hope you like that little fact. You know, we want to be as honest with you as possible. If somebody comes and makes a booking and then shows up in your office, you know, a couple days later, and they say, you know, hey, I made a booking with PADI Travel. Historically, we have gone back in and given you the commission, you know, post haste for that. But we'd really like if you know, use our tools, and if they're using our tools as well. You know, it's just an all-around easier way of tracking, you know, if you're going to get that commission. So it's great to send the leads, but you can also do this, you know, from a virtual perspective as well. You can have links that are set up on your website and iframes as well, and you can use our tools to get people to click on the links, and then you also get commission for clicking on those links and adding this to your website. So we've created all of these lead generation tools for you. We have a link generator here. So you can link your affiliate page to, say, our home page, or say if you're talking about, you know, Galapagos for the month of July this year, you can say, okay, so I only want to go to Galapagos, and you can copy this link here. So once you've copied the link, you can paste that anywhere. If somebody clicks on this link from your website or from your newsletter, it opens up a 90-day cookie in their system. And if they make a booking on our website within 90 days, you'll get attributed the 5% commission for that. So pretty nice. You can say, hey guys, you know, we're going to the Galapagos this month. I'm sorry you couldn't join us. However, why don't you check out the boats that are cruising, you know, in the next couple of months? And so you put that link there, people click on it, and even if they book something else, you'll still get the attributed commission for it. So you can get really creative with these links. You can add them, you know, all over your website if you want, all over your newsletters. And we also have widgets as well. So it's really easy here to click on the iframe, and essentially they can make a booking, or they can look through options from your website. So I've taken a dive. This is a dive shop from Australia that has implemented our links into their website, and they've done it in a really seamless way. So they talk about dive resorts and why you'd want to book at a dive resort, and they have some options here as well. And then they talk about why you'd want to book with PADI. So we're cheaper. If your customer finds a cheaper price anywhere else, we'll match that price and give them a $50 voucher. We're open 24/7, all of those good things basically. And then this is what an iframe looks like. So it looks pretty good. Of course, when they click into it, so that you can add rooms, you can add divers, you can add a specific dive destination. I know I keep talking about Thailand today. And it'll open up our website with their affiliate link as well. So even though they can search through this website, it'll still open up our website eventually. And it works the same as the other link. So it's really easy to get these tools. We also have social media sharing that works just as well, where you can say, you know, where do you want to link it to? And you can open up your Facebook page or your Twitter, and you can post directly from that page with also your affiliate links on there. So anytime your customers click on these links, it'll open up a new 90-day browser. So first they click on the Galapagos link, and then maybe a month later they'll click on, you know, another link that came through Facebook, and it'll open up a new 90-day cookie in their system. So perfect. The last one I wanted to show you is just the print material. Is you can have print material printed with your QR codes, and it's a really cool way to promote PADI Travel. So anytime you guys have a course, you know, if somebody's doing an open water course, you know, the next logical step would be like, okay, well, where do you want to practice this? And it's a really cool thing to hand them a business card with your logo on the front, and on your back it says book your next vacation here. And so it'll have a QR code here for you. So it'll attract the customers to book through PADI using your affiliate links. So anytime they do that, again, you're going to get a commission. So back to the dashboard, this is all still for just the onesies and twosies. This is all the ways that you can capture the onesies and twosies business and their international business, which is really cool. Yeah, for group trips, basically, it's a little less complicated. I don't think the individuals was complicated, but it's a little bit less complicated. So you can either list your current group trips that you have on our global platform, or you can go ahead and get a quote for your next group trip. So all the quotes, we do them customized. So we can include flights if you'd like. We can include some other things. It really just depends on the location. We've done some cool trips for people to Costa Rica, where they've had all-inclusive hotels, including transfers and flights. And then we've done, a waterfall sloths and zip lines tour, or an ATV jungle tour, or in Egypt, we've done a camel safari followed by a mini live aboard for 3 nights. So we've done some really cool stuff there, and we can make your group trip unique. I think probably one of the most annoying things is some of your customers coming to you and be like, oh, well, I can book your group trip cheaper somewhere else. And that's what we really want to avoid. We want to make your trip special and a little bit unique and something that they can't always find online. So that's the sort of service that you're going to get when you come and talk to us directly. And it's as simple as saying, hey, I want to organize my next group, get a quote. So you put in some information here. This is all my information, but just put in whatever you're thinking. So I'm thinking about doing, 3 weeks trip, 2 weeks in Fiji, 1 week in Indonesia, whatever it is that you're thinking about, and then we'll get in contact and we'll work on something together. So that's for group trips. And when you list your group trips, if it's a group trip that you haven't booked with us, it is all self-service. So if you really want to list your current group trips on a global platform, you can just click on, list, edit your marketplace, and then click on the basic listing. So premium listing is for people that have booked their trip through us. This is a free premium listing. You get priority preference on the page on the website. You get a couple other benefits as well for booking with us. Now, if you haven't booked with us, you can still list your trip. It's self-service. It's free for PADI 5-star members, and it's only $50 per listing for everybody else. So this is really cool if you have 2 spaces left and they're your free of charge spaces. And so this is all commission in your pocket. So, $50 is $50, but, if you're going to make $2,000 to $3,000 in commission on that, on selling that last space, that's ultimately way better for you. So you can click on list or edit your trips. It opens up a new page, and it's a point and click on, where are you going, and all of the details there. So where are you going, talk about your trip, talk about the highlights, how much is the trip, and you can edit your trip and list it on the web page. And the way that looks, it's fairly seamless. This is our website, and you can click on group trips. And we have 54 group trips listed around the world. So you can search for person, you can search for live aboard or dive resort, the cost of the trip, which languages they speak. And so if somebody is a diver and they're coming in, they're like, hey, I've only have my open water course, it might be a good idea if I join a different group from around the world. And Australians are mostly the ones using this. They love to book group trips. So they could say, yep, July 4th trip, you can view the whole trip. And essentially we're collecting a lead for you. So you click request to book and you'll get an email saying, oh, this person would like to book your group trip. And you follow up with them directly, you take payment directly, and they become your new customers. So money doesn't ever have to exchange for these group trips as well, which is pretty nice. So again, with the group trips, if you want to see the rest of the benefits, there's a ton of benefits. We go to all the dive shows around the world when we're allowed to go to dive shows. And so sometimes we'll bring you dive specialists from Boot Show in Germany or ADEX in Asia and some of the other little ones that are around the US as well. And so you'll have access to those because we've essentially gone to the shows as well. And if somebody does give you a better price for a group, come and talk to me. I'm always happy to see if we can match it or do better for you. So all the benefits, again, are right here if you want to look at them. We offer free diving insurance for all group trips, which is really nice as well. And so finally, the last thing, which is the first thing that we talked about, was the adventures. It is really easy to list your adventures. So we have a dashboard button here, list your adventures. You can watch a couple of videos and you can read all the information, which is what I was already telling you today. So if you want to see a bit more, on the program before you go ahead and get yourself on there, you can do that all from this page. We have a frequently asked questions page, which will answer even more questions for you. And the best way to get started is just click on Add, Edit Your Adventures. So this will open up a new page. It'll ask you to describe your dive shop. It'll ask you to talk about some of the dive sites that you guys have, and it'll go from there. So you can easily, add a product. You can easily add anything. And I'm in a different view because I am an admin. But basically what you'll see here that says Add Product. So yeah, very easy to do that. It's also really easy to manage your schedules as well. So you can click here. So if say you've entered, your 3 or 4 products, you can come here and say Manage Your Schedule. And so you can see either by date, you can see it by calendar of what's coming soon. And if everybody's like, oh, White Star Quarry, like, I really wanted to book White Star Quarry for the next day. And you're like, oh, well, I'm already full. You can easily block that space so that nobody can book that for June the 2nd. And you can say how many participants you have spaces left for. So you have a capacity for 40, so you're in control of everything that happens here. And so once you create that product, you can easily manage it within 1 click. And that's simply putting block. So either it's open to be booked or you block it and it's blocked. And nobody can book that now on the app. So again, I would really recommend if you're intrigued by any of these points, I know we're talking about quite a lot of tools here. This is basically the culmination of almost 2.5 years of work. All these tools are designed to help the member, and you guys can use them creatively to attract more customers. So if you're super interested in a particular point, or if you're really intrigued about adventures, or you want to talk about your next group trip, just talk to us. Let's start a dialogue. We're here 24/7. We're here to help you. If you let me go back to this presentation here.
Hey, Kaylee, while you're looking,
Yep.
A good suggestion is the Adventure app is available now. So if you guys are thinking about it, and my suggestion is go ahead and download it onto your mobile device, either from the iTunes App Store, or I think it's on the Google Play Store too. You can download the app.
Yeah.
And browse it, and you can enter United States, and you can see, there's a couple dozen, probably about 20 stores in the U.S. that have already entered some information in there. So look what they did and see how they're presenting some of the information. And that's kind of what, Rob and I and Kaylee are suggesting that you do. Just put a couple of things on there to start with, right? So put a local shore dive, or once again, a boat dive if you own a boat. And maybe once again, a Con Ed course or something like that, just to start and see how it goes. And then we'll promote it accordingly. Because as I mentioned, and Kaylee mentioned, we're going to start pushing this out to consumers next week on the 9th. And we'd love for you guys to get on there and start showing what you have to offer. So download the app, make it easy, and review it, and take a look at a couple of examples, and then that's kind of what you want to do. And then once again, you can go back and talk to Kaylee or myself or Rob to help get some things posted on there. Okay.
Yeah. So definitely, thank you so much. The next steps, first, populate this map. So it's really, customer friendly. They can see where all the dive shops are located, and they can see exactly if you're open or if you're not open, or if you're somewhat open. So Divers West is open for limited operations, scuba diving not possible at local sites, and what is being offered. So you can call for the local appointment. So I think that's really cool. They can start the e-learning, which will be attributed to you as well. And it would just be really consumer friendly if they're clicking on this map and they can see, you know, what dive shop is open that's close to them. So it's really important to keep that up to date. And then because that app is opening and because the app is opening in your area, we have lots of California certified divers, and we're going to be pushing the app out to them like crazy. And if you're on the app and they're searching the app, they're going to see your dive shop and they're going to be able to review some of the dive shop details. So you're just giving yourself and your shop another little plug there. And this is going to be, the main marketing focus for us for the next, couple of months, is just getting the app there. Like, this is a whole community project. I mean, it's not going to work without the dive shops. It's not going to work without new divers having inventory to be able to look at and browse through the app. So it really only works if everybody is using it as a community project. And we want it to be like the Uber of diving. We want to make it really easy for people to just hop in the water whenever they're feeling the urge to get wet. So yeah, that is the little presentation that we have for you today. Thank you so much for coming. Again, contact us, email us. We're here for you. Put us to work. You don't even have to pay us, but we're happy to help.
Yeah. So thank you. And I don't know, nobody posted any questions, so I think we're good. And of course, if you have any lingering questions, like I said, feel free to reach out to myself or Rob or Kaylee, and we would be happy to answer them for you. So I hope you found this interesting. I think as I mentioned at the beginning, PADI Travel has come a long way in a couple of years, and I think they're doing a phenomenal job. I think there's all kinds of cool tools, and they're very amenable to adopting their model based on what they find and being as dynamic as possible. So work with Kaylee and her crew, and we'll get you guys up and going on a great travel program if you don't already have one. And once again, the Adventure app can be awesome for you. Rob?
Yeah. I put this screen back on the page. Take a little screenshot of what's going on right now, so you have all of the information to get started. And again, contact us.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us. We look forward to hearing your thoughts on all of this as you sort of dip your toes into the water of PADI Travel Adventures. Thanks so much.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.